Good day, everybody. This is Sketchy Freighter, and today we're going to play some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Now, I went ahead and started a new campaign, playing the Italian Empire. Decided to pick one of the weaker naval powers, though I started off at 1900, which normally I don't start off that early, because I don't really like the pre-Dreadnought era. Nothing was really finalized. Basically from 1860 all the way to 1910, ship design was a bit odd. You know, they transitioned from wood to metal, and then kind of figured out how to build metal ships correctly by the time Dreadnoughts came out. But we don't have Dreadnoughts yet, and we've gotten into it with Spain, you know, after I blockaded their nation because they were just happened to be right next door to me. But now we're at war. So what we're going to do is, looks like we have a task force raiding one of their ports. We have 4 battleships against a squadron of a lot of torpedo boats, destroyers, some cruisers, and 2 battleships. Now, in this era, you generally have to get really close to the enemy ships to be able to even hit them, and I managed to get the first tier of fire control, so I should be able to stay at ranged, and I have a pretty decent secondary armament, so maybe, just maybe, I can keep all those fast boats away. Luckily, torpedo range is like 3 kilometers in this era, instead of like 10 or 11 like later on. So I might not have to worry about them as much. And I should be able to go faster than them. I don't know, my ships aren't particularly fast right now. It's basically, if you've seen Titanic, those giant piston engines it had, that's basically what I got instead of turbines, which were invented a few years later. So this is going to be interesting. 15 torpedo boats. Oh, and it's foggy. Alright. So I don't know why it split them up. Torpedoes off. And let's go for high explosive for now. They're approximately northeast. This game is gorgeous. And has a lot of replayability. Like each campaign, I have it set for AI opponents and not to follow historical enemies. So it's different every time. Some time compression while the fleet forms up. I've yet to spot the enemy force. Oh, they're there. Let's see what direction they're going. Those are probably battleships, based on the whole design. Heavy cruisers kind of look like that a little bit. 12 kilometers. The rest of my force hasn't caught up yet. I'm just going to reduce speed to 15 knots. Once they catch up, we'll increase speed and hopefully are able to keep them away. Turn down the music a bit. Right now we're firing HE at them, just until they get the range. I just got bracketed. I have to increase up to cruise speed at least. We'll do 20 knots. 10 kilometers. These are pretty new ships, and the crew isn't especially trained. I mean, they're not cadets, but hopefully they become veterans after this. Try to get everybody focused on these capital ships. No, their torpedo boats are going to have a bad time. The torpedo boats and destroyers could be a major issue. Especially since there's a lot of them. Compartment. Returning fire with secondaries. Looks like a torpedo boat sunk. They don't have much for full compartmentalization. It's a bit of a mouthful. I'm gonna start sailing away and try to maintain the range. 6-inch guns, out to 10 kilometers. That's good. Maintain this angle. In later eras, I try not to get this close. Really, I don't get any closer than 10 kilometers, because generally the enemy guns become way too accurate. But right now, all the factions barely even have fire control. Like, I just researched centralized fire control. Before that, each turret was independent, and they just had a guy looking through a telescope. Now it's all controlled by some dudes in the tower. Accuracy is right now. Oh, 14%. That's actually pretty good for this era. Mainly because he's not maneuvering. Everybody's focused fired on this guy, which they haven't hit yet. Yeah. Well, I guess they have now. They haven't hit him with main armament. Start thinning out the herd. We're gonna maintain targeting that. 6 kilometers. 5. Yeah. Gonna get the secondary battery of this ship firing at this destroyer. 2 aft torpedoes and like a 4-inch gun. Oh wow, that's super firing. Be nice when I can have a super firing battleship. I'll soften them up with HE for the time being. And while I'm at it, I'll have him target that guy with secondaries. That's a DD. So we'll do HE. Some fires going. Looks like a damaged, knocked out a turret. That's good. He's bracketing that guy. Oh, 21 knots is my max. Has not identified. 18 knots, okay. So I can outrun the capital ships. I probably can't outrun these escorts. Wow, they having the whole navy attack me? I didn't think Spain had this many ships. Hopefully, these are battleships, so they're pretty decently armored, so hopefully barring anything out of the ordinary, it should be okay. Just ricocheted off my deck armor there. Ugh, my anxiety. I will be doing time compression intermittently, but also time compression sometimes causes catastrophic hits, so I try not to stay in it too long, mainly for maneuvers. Another torpedo boat, just out of range. Secondaries on him. Oh no, torpedo detonation. This is why I don't like to put torpedoes on ships. And really, with a 3-kilometer range, I shouldn't have put torpedoes on these ships. Oh, that guy's having a bad time. He might flood out. If anything, he'll become slow and easy to shoot. Alright. Divvy up the, oh no, am I flooding? An 11-inch shell hit. I'm gonna detach him and have him follow. Might have him retreat. Six kilometers. Okay, I'll have them turn away. There we go. Now he's following. Ooh, that's bad. 17 knots. 16 knots. Hit. Oh, his steering's out now. He's focusing on him. Alright. We'll just head more east. Go down their port flank. This guy's gonna try to keep up. Okay. The other battleship turned up, so I'm gonna assign that ship to deal with him. Gotta kill that destroyer. Since he's damaged, his accuracy's gone off a cliff. So we'll just try to make do. Gun hits on him. It is pretty extreme range. Fires are out. Yeah, looks like the lead ship is starting to attract attention. Funnels. I did armor the superstructure, so hopefully that helps a bit. Alright. Let's try to reduce some of these numbers. The main guns are targeting the battleships still, but I got the secondary guns targeting some of the ships around, mainly these torpedo boats that are heading toward me. That guy is in trouble. All of these ships were like, that's probably a 150, 200 ton ship. My battleships are 18,000 tons. These DDs are probably about 1,000. These things, if they get hit once or twice, they're pretty much done. And their guns are worthless. I mean, they can cause fires and damage things, but they can't really sink my ship. Yeah, let's kill all of these escorts that are screening. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It's already flooded. Compartments flooding. He's listing moderately. Structure's pretty good. torpedo boats. Let's get him up on that one. Oh, he's in smoke. That'll make them even harder to hit. Have him retreat for now. And I'm going to reverse my turn. We'll head northwest and cross the T of the entire enemy fleet. Have him continue to sail away. Just targets of opportunity. Oh good, their BB is having a bad day. Looks like the other one's been shot up a little bit. Destroyer just sank. Looks like his conning tower has been severely damaged. That'll ruin his accuracy, in addition to listing heavily to starboard. Almost completed the turn. Retarget on this closest torpedo boat. Oh, his main gun's been hit. Kinda, what is that, 3-inch gun? Range of 4 kilometers. Oh man. So if you've ever heard about the well, Tsushima, Battle of Tsushima. It's when the Russians and Japanese got into it. Russians sailed like a year to get all the way around the world just for a Japanese task force of this era's ships to basically sink the entire fleet. And it was very much this close range slugging match. Oh, he just took a nice hit. Yeah. Other compartments flooding. Another hit or two like that and he'll be done for. If you noticed, I'm somewhat angled against their battleships, and that's by design. Increases the ricochet chance on their AP shells. Not that they're shooting AP at me, but you know, it should keep my ship's vitals protected. I also have a 12-inch belt. That should theoretically keep shells out of the boiler rooms. As long as they don't get too close, which I'm awfully close. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. 10,000 yards, I can penetrate 13 inches of armor. So I could citadel myself. But yeah, that's what I do. It's, you mount a 12-inch gun on your ship, then you add 12 inches of armor. You armor against your own armament. It's generally how battleships are designed. Sometimes not. The Iowas didn't, but the Iowas were trying to be battle cruisers. By going fast. You know, speed is armor all of its own. Alright, that torpedo boat is still not dead. Sometimes the AI just switches targets. Target that guy. We target the torpedo boat. And I'll leave this alone. Oh yeah, I was going to switch these to AP. Ah, it's summer. It's getting hot in here. No, torpedo boat's flooding. And flooding some more. Yeah, he's doomed. It'll be nice if I... Bingo. Magazine hit. So yeah, that's what that belt armor is supposed to protect you from. This. Whole ship's on fire. Look at the turrets. Those are like 300-ton turrets. Just rocketing into the air. In reality, this whole ship would explode. Like the sides would just rip out and it would disappear in a cloud of smoke. If you want to know what that looks like, just go Google the destruction of the hood. Alright, let's take out this destroyer. Man, that must have been a AP shot into his vitals. Nice. Glad I noticed that. These older ships, magazine hits tend to happen quicker. And sometimes the AI doesn't armor enough, or armors too little. Like this destroyer. He's got 0.2 armor all around, 0.2 inch. Now, if I was armoring a destroyer, I'd add like half an inch or maybe 1 inch just to keep out small caliber secondaries. But it's a double-edged sword, because if you add armor, then you can arm armor-piercing shells. But if you don't add armor, HE shells will rock your world, so yeah, it's a trade-off. Very situational. Literally, just tell the crews, you know, just don't get shot. You know, that's easy. Your ship's the size of a barn. I mean, just dodge. Look at the secondaries go. Got a couple 4-inch turrets, and all of these casemate guns are 6-inch, which is good caliber for secondary. And then 2-inch for little ships like torpedo boats and destroyers. Oh yeah, he's flooding out. A couple of my ships are on fire, but no significant damage. Relatively minor, except for the one that really got hit. I might not need his help anymore. Looks like he's repaired most of the instability. Might have him rejoin. Alright. Getting too close to the enemy again. I'll light up this cruiser and his buddy. And DD. Oh no, that's BB. Let's see how well armored these cruisers are. Partial pins on high explosive. Oh wow. He armored the deck, but not the sides. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a strategy, I guess. just the 300 damage because he didn't armor the sides. Yeah, I'll just stick with HE on the secondaries. Well, that's good to know. Their cruisers are trash. I mean, that's a good hull design for this era. But yeah, no, you need like 4 inches of armor on the side of these things to not like take one hit and explode. Or sink. Let's see. Tiny shells hitting and not much happening. Just how you want it. You don't want your damage reports to be exciting. What's that? Techno pirate shanty? Ha. Is there? I thought one of these guys was badly damaged. Yeah. Still a bunch of DDs. Have him turn back in, but not too aggressively. It's gonna take like 5 months to repair that ship. If I sink this whole fleet, Spain's probably gonna try to sue for peace, and I'm gonna say no. Wish I had some cruisers so I could lay a smoke screen. Pin on the battleship. Oh, that. He's gonna flood out. Still shooting. These guys are pretty okay. Yeah, still have them sail. Still firing HE. Is that a heavy cruiser? San Juan. I'll target him. What the hell is this guy shooting at? Oh, he's just shooting at the battleship. Secondaries are going off. Urgh. I hate it when it does this. Target that guy if you wanna. Oh, another cruiser just bit the dust. That guy can't steer. There we go. He is close. Well, that guy's not, but he is. Need to remember to call these ships she, because they're all she's. Not long for this world. Losing your conning tower like that at the very beginning, you might as well just sail away at that point. Or like what I did. My battleship flooded a bit. I was like, okay, we gotta pull him out of the line before he dies. It's just like in Blades of the Dark where you take one trauma, and before you know it, you're dead. Oh look, heavy cruisers. That's what CA means. Kind of in a crossfire. Their DD died. These torpedo boats, not really in range. Target. Still targeting the San Juan. Oh, he's 15 kilometers. I can't even hit him. I guess I can. What's the range on this? Oh, 18 kilometers. Didn't think that fire control research thing was that good. I'm not complaining. 12-inch guns are great in this. Once I get the Dreadnought hull, and I can get 2 turrets up front, 2 turrets in the back, generally you get like a 24,000 ton ship with just 4 turrets and some decent secondary armament, and it'll be effective for like a decade or 2. There's a reason some of the World War I Dreadnought ships hung around until basically 1950. Kill that DD. Kill this other DD. He's getting close. Battleship sunk. Alright, I'm going to target the San Juan. Secondaries on the DD. Say Luis Diaz. I'll just apologize in advance because not really great at pronouncing foreign words. So if I butcher it, I mean I'm American, what do you expect? Didn't mean to. That guy's way far away. Target that CL and the torpedo boat. I don't want to get too close to those cruisers because they'll probably chew me up. I mean, 5 kilometers away right now, which is way too close. But I want my secondaries to be able to do some work. Which looks like they are. I've been short work of these DDs and torpedo boats. What's that? The DD. And she's all by herself. Six kilometers. Sailing away. Did they give up? Alright, I'm gonna change course. Kind of skirt around these heavy cruisers. Try to isolate them. At this point, I've sunk the battleships, which was the minimum objective I gave myself. If I could sink these heavy cruisers, I could literally just disengage at that point and be good. As long as I don't lose any ships. Or take tons of damage. Oh yeah, that guy's done. But if I can eliminate most of these guys here, I don't have to eliminate them in 1s and 2s later. Like that battleship I just sunk. Takes 18 months to build those. Heavy cruisers, maybe 12, 13, destroyers 6, torpedo boats, I don't know, I think they buy them at Home Depot. not gotten any hits on any of these guys. He's armored too, so I'm just gonna go AP. Yeah, I guess on everybody. I meant for it to be just that ship. Let's see, 7. Oh. You know what? I'm just gonna target this guy. Turn west. I don't like the looks of that. It's taking a few hits. Nothing significant. Alright. Lead ship on him. The middle ship on him. And straggler on him. This guy's damaged pretty significantly. Killed his captain. Steering's out. It's on fire. Probably die here in a minute. Better make sure he doesn't. He is. Ooh, his torpedoes are only 1.5 kilometers. Alright. Better turn away at least. This is speed. 31 knots. Well within his secondary range. Let's enable the torpedoes in case they become relevant. What armor does this guy have? Decentish. I really need to get a main battery hit on him. I know I'm broadsiding. It's his main 6-inch guns. I really shouldn't be complaining. I don't know. He's falling out of formation. Steer slightly around. Okay, this guy's still alive. Oh, good job. I didn't expect him to really sink that first ship. Let's see, 21 knots. They take too much damage. Their speed reduces slightly and they can no longer lead the fleet. Hasn't taken much damage though. One compartment's bad off, the rest is pretty minor. Their torpedo boat died. These heavy cruisers are... Yeah, I'm shooting AP at them and they're having trouble penetrating. Okay, that was an overpen. Switch back to AP, or HE. Change course again. I'll just target that CL. If they get close, well, they're not going to. They're low fuel. They're not going to be able to chase me down, which is good. If they were able to chase me down, that could be, well, luckily they've been dying pretty quick, but you can only shoot them so fast. Okay, looks like one of these heavy cruisers has taken a few hits. No flooding. That's insignificant, though. Their armor's keeping them pretty safe. Go, secondaries go. Oh, not a lot of freeboard there. Those guns are basically a wash. Oh, good. It's in secondary range at least. Looks like the guy's taken one hit. Yeah, a couple. The quick firing guns should help them get the range. I've noticed if you have the main gun shoot at one ship and the secondaries at another ship, accuracy goes down a little bit. So you have your fire director targeting multiple ships. But sometimes it's not a problem, especially later on. And if your main battery fires faster, they can walk fire onto the target easier. There's another game where you actually have to do that manually, like they fire the guns, and then you're like, okay, plus or minus 500 yards, depending on where the shells landed. It's very realistic. Would not be good to stream. Pirate chanting? Of the ship is on fire, and they're flooding. Those red compartments, they won't be able to pump it out. It's the beginning of the end. Music's still going? Okay. Alright. Yeah. That guy flooded out. Surprised neither of those guys have taken any water. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna have him break off. His job is done. He's too far away to regroup with these guys. Remember how I said we're not supposed to get close? Now's the time we're getting close. Shoot some AP at them too. I'll turn off my torpedo launchers because I want them to fire in a very specific pattern. Mainly at the San Juan, but I don't want them prematurely firing. Hits. That main battery shell hits. Nope. Old-timey ship accuracy. Yeah, like by the 1940, they had radar rangefinders, so you get the range. Because that's the hard part about this. You have guys looking through telescopes trying to guess how far away ships are, and your shells are really only going to hit if you get pretty close. So the rangefinder is a 10-foot tube where you have one eye looking out to the left and another eye looking out to the right. And you line up the image in your head, and then you're supposed to have the correct range. A stereoscopic rangefinder. You also have a coincidence rangefinder, which isn't as accurate, but it's more good for close-up. This really, 4 kilometers is a really long range, even for this era. I think maybe it is, I don't know. By World War II, you'd have ships shooting at each other from like 20 miles. Or the max range was 30. But the circle of the error probability of where the shells would land was like a mile wide, basically. He's firing at him. You not to switch targets. Ship needs to go after the San Juan. And the secondaries are doing nothing. Uh-oh. 9 kilometers. Okay, they are going west. Target the lead ship. There we go. Interface sometimes is janky. Trailing ship is on fire, but nobody's in any real danger. Hell, even this guy. What's he making? 16 knots? diameters. Ships, go down. Significant hit. These heavy cruisers are pretty well protected. I don't really want to get any closer. We'll just shoot AP at them for a little while. Some of it is when they turn, your accuracy drops a lot. Oh, range is found. 19%. Those cruisers disappeared. Probably into smoke. Alright. We're just gonna close quicker. 12 knots. That's the max speed of that thing? That is just sad. There's freighters that go faster than that. I should know, I'm a sketchy freighter captain. You know, if you need a barrel of spice shipped to Tatooine. Well, popped back up. Seal Tornado. Sounds like a British ship. And finally flooding and an engine hit. Oh wow, he's just all pop marked. 5 compartments flooded. That's not good. If this were real life, he would just roll the hell over. Oh, the other one took a bad hit too. Almost lost a turret. Oh, he did lose a turret. It's lucky his magazine didn't explode. I mean, I wasn't expecting Spain to have anything utterly amazing, especially this early in the game. But I did kind of expect them to have better torpedoes. They should build more of these cruisers. Yeah, there we go. Torpedo launch. Must be close enough. Based on his lack of forward movement, I would say he's got a pretty good chance of getting torpedoed. Another one. Might flood out before he gets torpedoed. Yeah. Every compartment has water in it. Oh no, the torpedo's gonna miss. Oh, it hit. Huzzah. Alright. Nothing severe. 2.8% hit chance. I'll have the other fleet follow this fleet. And we'll end the battle. Alright. So, my 4 battleships. We sunk 25 of their ships. A smattering of cruisers and destroyers and torpedo boats lived. Did take significant losses, but they took more. Not good for them. That's probably much of their actual fleet. Awesome. Well, I think that will be it until next time, when we continue this campaign and see how well it goes. Till then, you guys take care.